Yo, my people, what's going on? What's going down? Chelsea 2, Arsenal 2, drawing at Stamford Bridge. We did. Listen, I'm going to say this straight off the rip. It's a point gained because that was a poor first half, like one of the poorest first halves I can remember from Arsenal, from the first team 11 Arsenal. It was a game that we just looked disjointed. Stamford Bridge looked like it was a huge pitch and we just couldn't play, was getting overrun in the midfield. Bro, that was a horrible first half. Like, that was crazy. Chelsea 2, Arsenal 2, point gained. Beautiful, beautiful comeback. I can call it a comeback because at the end of the day, we drew the game, losing 2-0. It was mad. Let's talk about it, man. Is Chelsea back? I'm not gonna say Chelsea's back, but they're definitely playing much better. They've been playing much better. 2 wins back to back in the Premier League, and of course, it looked like by all intents and purposes they were gonna also win this game as well because we just didn't turn up. Don't get me wrong; they didn't do too much in terms of creating chances and stuff like that. I think if it wasn't for the way the young boy Palmer plays, then it wouldn't have been a thing where, do you know what I mean? Like they would have done much less. But he's a good player. He's a solid young player. And yeah, he was kind of stringing one, two things even just before he came off. He was coming deep and trying to dictate the game and whatnot. And obviously, then he gets substituted. Pochettino brings on other players, and then from there, we look like we started having a little bit more of a control of the midfield per se. It's weird to say that, but that's what it is. Declan Rice, brilliant goal. Taking advantage of Jackson's mistake, and just that ball was a mad thing. Oh, my brother, Declan Rice, stuff made out of champions. Even though I'm not massively like happy the fact that we drew. I think we could, we have enough quality to beat a team like Chelsea, especially in these stages of their recovery and their whatever trying to build and stuff like that. Like at the end of the day, we didn't lose the game. We remain unbeaten. And it is what it is, man. 11 points for Man City, 21 points on the table. So it's not the end of the world, people. And this is what's going to happen. We're not going to smash teams left, right, and center. That's not what we're going to do this season. But I think if we actually check it and we deep it, maybe last season we would have lost that game because of us going a little bit too attacking and not knowing when to kind of reserve it, not knowing when to hold the ball a little bit more or try to hold the ball, not doing smart substitutions in a good time where it's still recoverable, such as taking off Zinchenko and putting someone like Tomoyasu. These are the things that we're doing this season, the team's doing this season, Mikel's doing this season, that it's allowing us to be able to be competitive and it's allowing us to be able to, grind out results like this. Today, make no mistake about it, we grinded out that result and it was through quality, someone with real quality like Declan Rice to take advantage of the mistake and just get us a goal. Like that goal was mad. And then of course Leandro Trossard, the substitutes coming into effect, doing what they need to do. And yeah, man, listen, one point I take it. As I said, I take it because it looked like for all intents and purposes, we were going to lose that game. Chelsea uh, fans, they were getting gassed, thinking, yeah, this is it. Man's going to get the win finally. After so many years, I think it was, 5 years in the Premier League that they don't get a win against us at Stamford Bridge. Long may it continue. And I say all of that to say this, yeah. Leandro Trossard looks like he's cooking again. For some reason, he looked so sharp, getting us that crucial equalizer. And we continue to move people. As I said, we're not gonna do it every single match week, playing scintillating football or scoring or outscoring teams or scoring first. Sometimes you need results like this. And make no mistake, this one of the one of the things I told my friends that you're not, Chelsea's not exactly a top six team, but it's a big 16. And it's still a big game. Of course, it's a big game. It's always going to be a game, be a big game. Arsenal v Chelsea, Chelsea v Arsenal. It is what it is. Do you get where I'm coming from? And at the end of the day, they flopped because they should have walked away with a win. They flopped. They didn't do enough to be able to, make sure that nothing such as what we witnessed would happen. But as I say, you know, The game is made of 90 minutes, and there you go. You fight to the end. You fight to the absolute end. Scenes when Leandro Trossard scored that equalizer, and I'll be honest, and I say that to say this. I thought we was gonna go away, and it was so close from Eddie Nketiah. That chance, Eddie Nketiah. Look, it is what it is with Eddie Nketiah, man. Look, as a striker, you got to take those chances, man. You got to really take those chances. Gabriel Jesus, he didn't do too well today as well. He worked his socks off, but I felt as though he hugged onto the ball too much. Raya, we're going to talk about him, of course. You know, he's not going to get away from this reaction video. But yeah, the attack was a bit mad. Like Saka, he was in and out of the game at times, and then when he, especially in the first half, was trying to get hold of the game, get hold of the ball, you know, go on his famous, infamous turn that he does, he just couldn't. The fullbacks, you know, Cucurella was trying to, you know, do the mind game thing and physicality with it and whatnot. But second half, I feel as though Saka played a little bit better. I feel as though he found a little bit more space, of course, as we're trying to risk things a little bit more here and there. David Raya, look, man, I say that to say this. David Raya, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's the element of, I don't even think it's the element of playing. I just feel as though it's the situation definitely that is kind of been created through Arteta and the goalkeeping coach in terms of their policy. Like, let's get to, is he starting to feel so sorry for Ramsdale and too much empathy for Ramsdale in the sense where he knows Ramsdale is capable of being a very top keeper, maybe equal to his qualities. I don't know. Obviously, you know, a lot of the times you obviously, you know, you put money on yourself to be better than someone else and stuff like that. You know, you bank on yourself. But maybe he's thinking, wow, like him coming out to the media and saying that you know, he's having issues with conforming to it, and you know, it's easy and it's hard at times and stuff like that. Even though they're both supporting each other, maybe that's getting to him. I don't know. I don't know. He looked so solid in the beginning, David Raya. When he first few matches, he looked like a level, you know, tiers above, and everyone was saying it. The media, fans, like Raya's tiers above. Now he's looking like Ramsdale. Not so much in a sense where I'm saying that Ramsdale's rubbish, but just kind of like that instability that we kind of feared from Ramsdale and feared even greatly more from all of our past goalkeepers, the Lenos of this world, the Muniz of this world, Sesnys of this world, the Ospinas of this world, this kind of like instability in terms of, you know, you're looking nervous, you're looking a bit shaky, my boy, and your actions are showing that. I don't know, man. Look, David Raya, obviously he's going to continue to be the number two, of course, the number one, so sorry, of course, and he's going to continue to play in goal, but it's not really looking good right now. It's not really looking good. I'll be honest and I'll be real. Up against Cole Palmer. The passing sometimes, like this pass here, it's just too risky, bro. Like, what are you actually, like, you can't make a pass like that. You're just seeing blue, and you wanna, you know what I mean? Like, bro, trust me, bro. Sometimes you have to say, all right, I can make those passes, and sometimes you have to say, I just gotta get out because these men are pressing, and it looks like I'm gonna add more. But sometimes just relieve the pressure, my boy. Relieve the pressure, David, because I tell you what, even though Mikel Arteta is telling you, you need to pass on it. At the end of the day, when the game's finished, right, and you have to kind of explain the reason why you didn't follow to the manager's instruction. You just say to the man, look, at the end of the day, Gaffer, my level of confidence is going to build towards that. Yeah. But right at this very moment in time, the confidence is not there. So I'm not trying to add turmoil to that lack of confidence and put myself in a hole and all of these things by making mistakes such as these. Once my confidence and things that happen naturally, I'm going to get there. I'm sorry, Gaffer. I'm capable of it, hence why you purchased me, hence why you want me in this team. And I'm doing what I need to do. But let me build up, let me build. Because football, you know, loads of people that are going to watch this video, you could agree with me, you could disagree with me, but you know, football, I've played football. I played the game when I was younger. Like, it's about confidence. And media will tell you, people, football people around the world will tell you, players, it's about building confidence. Like it takes a long time for you to build that confidence where you're doing things naturally, things are happening naturally, and it can go in a second because of an even greater mistake. Do you get where I'm coming from? So, like, I'm not gonna pay too much attention to it. I'm not gonna, in terms of like the long run and the long term. It is what it is, man. He's gonna be making mistakes here and there. Hopefully, they're not they're not so costly that we're conceding goals. Do you get where I'm coming from? And look, man, it is what it is, bro. Like that goal, standing in the wrong position or standing in a position where clearly you didn't have enough leverage to be able to get the ball out from Modric. It is what it is, man. Like it's just the confidence. Like he's a much better keeper than that, and eventually and essentially you will get back to that level. But like sometimes, my bro, like you need to do things and act in a certain way where it kind of comes off the protocol of what the gaffer or what the coach is telling you. You're on the pitch. At the end of the day, it's you on the pitch. And yeah, last but not least, I'm just going to quickly talk about Declan Rice again, because I think Declan Rice for me was my man of the match. Obviously, I think the official man of the match went to Palmer, but I tell you what, man, Declan Rice, bro. I say that to say this, you know, he is the reason why we ultimately drew that game, and I keep saying it. You know, he can't be subbed. Like, no way ever. Like, are you mad? Sub him off. That's it. The game's done. Because if you do, you're not gonna get this.
Including injury time because we're still in this game.
Rice!
Oh no.
Oh, it's another horrible moment for a goalkeeper. A clearance from Sanchez giving Rice.
And there you have it. The stuff of champions, people. And this is why we are, right, effectively where we are in the table because of Declan Rice. My favorite player. I've said it. I've admitted to it. It is what it is. Boom. It wasn't for him, bro. Do you get it? Brilliant shot. Reflexes on point. Keeper makes a mistake. Go wide open. Whoosh. Let's get it. Brings us back out of the dead. I was sitting in my couch thinking, this game's dead. Game's done. 2-0. We lost against Chelsea. 2-0. This Chelsea side. What? Declan Rice, my brother, you know. Anyways, drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel. Tell a friend to tell a friend. I'm back, people. I've been away, of course, international break. Been dealing with a lot of bits and bobs and stuff like that. And of course, other work commitments that I have to sometimes commit to. But of course, I'm here, man. You're always going to get my match reactions. You're always going to get these things such as player ratings and so forth until I eventually start to go to match day games again. So yeah, people, man. And last but not least, we've heard the very sad news about a legend, a Manchester United legend, a British football legend, England legend, Sir Bobby Charlton, passing away today at the age of 86. RIP to him. Condolences to his family. Thoughts are with his family, everyone that's associated to Manchester United. Of course, it's going to be one of those days. Manchester United playing later on as well. So I'm sure there's going to be tributes and stuff like that for the legend that is Sir Bobby Charlton. And yeah, people, man, subscribe to the channel. Like I said already, that was my match reaction for the draw. Chelsea v Arsenal 2-2. We move unbeaten. We remain. And yeah, we're going to get days like this. I'm just so happy that the team managed to pull it out the bag, draw. Played horribly, probably maybe right up there with one of the worst performances this season. And yeah, we move. We're going to have Sheffield United. Of course, that is not before Sevilla in the Champions League. And I think that's why you didn't see the likes of Thomas Partey coming on. We don't want to reserve a few players and rest a few others as well. And yeah, we move, people. I'll see you lot in the player ratings video. And yeah, peace and love.